78 Sports TV here. Shout out to the LDBC. All right, fresh off of Anthony Joshua, becoming the new king over Vladimir Klitschko. Deontay Wilder took to Twitter to let Joshua know not to get too comfortable. He said, "Don't get too comfortable. I'm coming." All right, and I respect it. I like it from Deontay Wilder. Like what he's doing. Letting it be known. And I still think Joshua should acknowledge the presence of Deontay Wilder there. I don't like the fact it's not like I don't think Joshua was doing it on purpose, but I'm noticing like this thing from the media and different sports writers and stuff, and they just kind of not mentioning Deontay Wilder. I don't know what their agenda there is, but they need to at least mention them. All right, this is a big heavyweight fight, okay? By you ignoring Deontay Wilder, if these two guys come to an agreement to fight, then you're gonna have to try to hype the fight up when you could be hyping the fight up now. So I don't know why they do. I've been noticing that too. I noticed that with Klitschko when they were asking him about the division, he was saying something similar to as though, oh well, the only fight to make for me is Anthony Joshua. That's the only fight that makes sense. And like, huh? Like, dude, what the fuck you talking about? Dude, there's other fights out there, you know what I mean? But whatever. That's why I wanted Joshua to win so badly, because I'm like, man, Klitschko finna be on some bullshit. But anyway, Deontay Wilder tells Joshua not to get too comfortable, that he's coming. And this is the fight that I wanted to see, man. This is the fight, right? This is the fight to be made in boxing right now. This is the super fight. If both guys can stay on track and stay undefeated, I really, 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 really need Wilder to get that WBO strap from Joseph Parker. I need him to get that strap, man. You know what I mean? If Wilder can get that WBO belt from Joseph Parker, and he can come into a fight as the WBO and WBC champion with against Anthony Joshua, who's the IBF and WBA champion, we are looking at the most important fight, the most important heavyweight fight. I would say maybe the last 10 years, 15 years, I don't know. Maybe more. Okay? But a very, very important fucking fight, man. And it means a lot, you know what I mean? And I want to say shout out to the UK boxing fans, man. The British boxing fans, the support that you guys give your fighters is something that I am envious of, okay? I'm just going to be real with you. I respect UK fans because they ride out for their guy, okay? If you from anywhere over there, okay, and they shit, they riding with you. Fuck you ain't from over here, fuck you. I like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's all love. It's no like real beef and shit, but I like that that approach and that attitude to boxing. You see it in the pay-per-view numbers. You see it in their attendance to the fights and shit like that. The viewership. They are real die-hard boxing fans. The last pure and exciting, enthusiastic boxing fans are really over there, man. And I hate to say this shit because I want the American fans to act like that and be confident and ride with American fighters the same way, but American just don't, man. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with America, man. We just don't, man. We got this thing in our head where we love every fucking body, you know what I'm saying? But we don't want to get behind our fighters. I think a lot of it got to do with motherfuckers afraid. What if your fighter lose and shit? Oh, well, he might lose and I don't want to be. So fucking what? The UK fans don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers root for Billy Joe Saunders, or if he fought Golovkin, they be rooting for Billy Joe. They wouldn't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? And that's what fans do. They rooting for Kell Brook against Earl Spence. You know what I mean? And speaking of Brook versus Spence, see, that's another thing. You know what? Fuck them. No, this heavyweights did too good last night. I ain't talking about them little niggas no more. Not right now. Wilder versus Joshua is the fight of the future. That is the fight, man. And Joshua has the skill set to beat Wilder. He does. However, I don't believe that Joshua has the chin to hold up against Deontay Wilder's right hand. I don't believe it. And I'm riding with Deontay Wilder till the wheels fall off. And like I said before, if he when he eventually loses Deontay Wilder, I'm still going to be riding with him. It ain't no hopping off the bandwagon shit. If he I'm be getting right back up. You understand? This is the heavyweight division. You can lose a fight heavyweight. You know what I mean? You can lose a couple of them. Look at Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? Klitschko looked excellent last night. Hell of a performance, man, for an old man. 41 years old out there fighting like that. That was the best Klitschko I've seen in, and I don't know when, man. I mean, he was agile, moving around, legs bouncing and shit, man. It's looking slick in the motherfucker, throwing that hook, you know what I'm saying? Firing the right hand, man. Klitschko was on point last night, man. And that makes Joshua's performance even more impressive. You know what I mean? Because this wasn't the Klitschko that fought Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? That was the old typical Klitschko. But this dude right here, no, this was like that Rocky. You know what I'm saying? When Rocky came back after training with Apollo Creed and shit, you know what I'm saying? He came back, that was that motherfucker. Looked trimmed down, motherfucker was smooth, slick and shit, you know what I mean? But, it didn't work out for Klitschko. Joshua just had, too much dog in him, man. And that impressed the hell out of me with Joshua, man. So much dog in this kid, man. I thought he was done, you know what I mean? When Klitschko got up after that knockdown and fought back, I said, damn. I said, man, Joshua might have blew his wad, man. And that's another thing, too. But one thing I will say about Joshua, okay, it's hard to say, but I think Joshua should lean out a little bit. Maybe go down to about 230, okay? Just a little bit, man. He's a very muscular dude. He's not fat in any shape, form, or fashion. He's a very muscular dude. But that weight, that muscle mass, okay, it takes a lot of energy and oxygen to keep that muscle mass pumping, and a lot of lactic acid builds up. When you swinging like that, especially if you miss, that takes a lot out of a big man like that, and it takes him time to recover until he has to wait, you know what I mean? And then when his body recovers and that lactic acid spreads out a little bit, then he can start, banging again. I saw that happening in the Klitschko fight a little bit. Joshua came in a little heavy. I guess he wanted to be stronger and, more of a bully to Klitschko. But I think for the future of the long run, I think Joshua should cut a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Cut a little bit of that muscle mass off, because I think it's going to affect his stamina. You know what I mean? That shit burn, man. You carrying a lot of muscle and shit like that, and like anybody who has or does carry a lot of muscle mass, and you ever hitting a heavy bag or doing shadow boxing, you see how quickly your biceps and forearms start to get tight and start feeling like you did like 100 fucking reps of curls, and you're like, damn, what the fuck? And you gotta kind of like shake them off a little bit and loosen it up. Now Joshua, this motherfucker bigger than all of us. This motherfucker, Joshua, he gotta be going through a lot of pain and stamina issues carrying that kind of muscle mass in the sport of boxing. In MMA, them guys can kind of get away with it because you can grapple, you know what I mean? Like when you get tired, you can hold a motherfucking, wrestle them to the ground and put your weight on them and just recover. But in boxing, it's going to be, a little rough for him, you know what I mean? But we'll see how it turn out for him. But Wilder, as far as skill set go, I think Joshua is a superior when it comes to skill set. I think Joshua has more skills than Deontay Wilder. He's more crisp, he's more accurate with his punches, better combinations. Wilder has the better potential in my opinion, and also Wilder has the stronger punch. Wilder has stronger one-punch knockout power. Okay, crippling, deadly one-punch knockout power. That type of power doesn't come along, very often. Okay, and I don't know why some people are trying to like underestimate Wilder's power, like it's dumb. Like, oh man, he's just knocking out bums. Okay, that's what they just said about Joshua. They just said that about Joshua, that he's just knocking out bums, and look what he just did to Klitschko. So when the fight happens between Wilder and Joshua, I don't believe, I gotta see it to believe it, I don't believe Joshua is gonna be able to take that right hand from Deontay Wilder. I think if when Wilder hits Joshua with the same punch that Klitschko landed, it's night time. You understand? It's gonna be night time. And if it ain't night time, then we looking at a classic. If Joshua can get up and stand back up and stand up to Wilder's power, How will Wilder react to that? These are all questions now. Now I think Joshua answered all the questions I need to see from him last night. To me, I think that now it's gonna come down to Wilder. People want to know, like, that knockdown shit is important to people. Boxing fans. People want to know how you react to a knockdown, to some strong adversity. We seen Wilder in adversity, go through adversity before in the fights. Where he's losing the fight or guys are landing too much on him. He finds a way. That right hand always lands. It always finds its mark eventually. It don't matter if it's first round or the 10th round. That fucking hand gonna land. And how the other guy deals with it is the issue here. But I think people want to see how Wilder reacts if he gets knocked down when he get back up. What was his heart built like? I think Wilder has a lot of heart. And I'm riding with Deontay Wilder, man. I think that he will prove that he is the best heavyweight in the world. But right now, the day and the shine belongs to Anthony Joshua, man. Most definitely. I was just thoroughly impressed, man. I really was with this kid. I predicted him to win, but it wasn't a strong prediction, man. I wasn't very confident in that prediction. I thought this was a 50-50 fight, you know what I mean? And Joshua showed so much heart, man. And just the calm, cool, collected way he went about it. And I also heard some people, angry about the stoppage. I watched the Sky Sports? I think it was. I watched whatever broadcast had Tony Bellew on it. So it was at Sky Sports or Box Nation, whatever. I watched their telecast first. Then I watched Showtime's telecast of it. I watched the fight 3 times so far. I watched Showtime telecast of it. Then I watched the HBO replay of it. And I seen some complaining about the stoppage, saying that Klitschko probably could have went on. Now, I agree that, Klitschko should have been given the benefit of the doubt. He was knocked down twice, so he's showing you, hey, look, if I'm hurt bad enough, I'm going to go down, but I think he could have went a little longer, but it wouldn't change anything. I think Klitschko was going to be knocked out. It doesn't matter, what I mean? But if Klitschko, that's what the rematch clause is for. If Klitschko feels that, the fight will stop prematurely, then he should exercise his rematch clause. That's what that's for. But I hope, like I said yesterday in the video with Town Biz, I hope that, the sanctioning bodies don't get in the way and start fucking up these unification bouts, on the path to undisputed in the heavyweight division, man. These sanctioning bodies, the keys are all up to them. They can totally fuck this up, what I mean? But what they need to do is they need to tell Pulev and the rest of these guys, look, y'all gotta sit back, relax, man. As long as the champions want to fight a unification bout, I would let them do that, what I mean? But, if the champions are trying to do some other shit, then I would enforce the mandatory, what I mean? So, Tyson Fury is out talking shit or whatever, and stuff like that. But Tyson Fury, in my opinion, I don't want to see Joshua versus Tyson Fury right now. Tyson Fury is in no condition, no shape, mentally or physically, to deal with the pressure of Anthony Joshua. This is just a money grab for Tyson Fury, a way for Tyson Fury to get his name back in the news. And also, Team Joshua I wouldn't even consider Tyson Fury until he shows me that he's taking boxing serious again. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If Joshua puts all this stock into fighting Tyson Fury, what's going to happen is Fury's going to end up pulling out a fight or some type of weird injury or some type of bullshit, man. It's going to fuck Joshua, his whole momentum up, man. Don't even waste your time with Fury right now until this guy proves that he's worthy, proves that he is taking boxing serious. Nobody's forgot that Tyson Fury is the real heavyweight champion of the world. Nobody forgot that, right? But he did this to himself. Fury needs to come back and fight 2 fights. I want to see this guy come back and fight 2 fucking fights and show that he can come in shape and mentally focus and not have these injuries or whatever issues he's having during training camp. If Fury can do that, then, sure, why not? Joshua, Wilder, Klitschko rematch, whatever, what I mean? He didn't even give Klitschko his rematch. See what I'm saying? So, who knows what the fuck is going to happen with that, It is what it is, but let me know what you guys thought, man, and what you guys see coming forward, man. I'm very excited about the heavyweight division, man. I haven't felt this way about the heavyweight division in, I want to say the early 2000s, late 90s, somewhere up in there, man. Um, this is real heavyweight boxing. You know what I mean? And for all the fans out there who were so excited watching that fight last night, all the young fans, they're like, "Wow, man, that was the greatest thing I ever seen." Oh my God! Even the announcers by HBO, man, they was like, "See, I'm telling you, man, boxing is what have you done for me lately?" You know what I'm saying? Everybody was just so thoroughly impressed by Joshua Klitschko, and then they should have been. It was an excellent fucking classic heavyweight bout. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. In the '90s, you saw shit like that almost all the time, almost. You know what I mean? It was some very good fights, heavyweight fights, man. That's what happens when you have competitive fucking fights, man. You know what I mean? And man, I'm looking forward to this, man. And Joshua versus Wilder is the fight of the future. You know, point blank, period, man. Um, I seen some guy in my comments. I think that was my comment section, or it might have been somebody else's. But saw a guy leave a comment saying, saying how Joshua shouldn't fight Wilder. He should fight this guy and that guy because Wilder hasn't proved this and that. Just dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? Just stupid stuff, man. Like, listen, man, let the fighters fight, man. You know what I mean? There's no more witness protection program for none of these guys. They all got to fight. You know what I mean? Especially if you holding the title. If you got a title, you got to be ready to fight anybody with no excuses. All right, man. That's it for me today. I'm going to take the next couple of days off, maybe 78 Sports TV, and I'll holler.